Biden administration will make available 500 million rapid test kits for free, and it's increasing the support for hospitals and vaccination centers. The U.S. president has urged all Americans to be vaccinated and get booster shots. He encouraged people to take precautions during holiday celebrations. Take a listen.
All these people who have not been vaccinated, you have an obligation to yourselves, to your families, and quite frankly, I know I'll get criticized for this, to your country. Get vaccinated now. It's free. It's convenient. I promise you, it saves lives. And I honest to God believe it's your patriotic duty.
Let's speak now to our Washington correspondent, Kedivan Gorjestani. President Biden there saying that Americans should be concerned but not panicked about this latest wave. What else did he say in his address to the nation?
Well, that message was essentially for those people who are vaccinated and boosted, but he had a very stark warning for those who are not vaccinated, telling them that they should have serious concerns about their health if they are not vaccinated. He urged people, those still unvaccinated, to go get vaccinated. We heard it in that soundbite that you just played, that responsibility, that patriotic duty. And he also slammed those that he considers are peddling misinformation about the vaccine, telling those people that this is simply wrong and immoral, telling Americans to please go get vaccinated because that is the biggest protection against COVID-19, whatever the variant. But there was another big pillar of his speech, that is testing. You mentioned those 500 million at-home testing kits free of charge for Americans, but that won't come until starting January, possibly even in mid-January. So people will still have to wait for those testing kits. And there is also the acknowledgement by the Biden administration that things will likely get worse and that they have to be prepared for big surges in cases and therefore in hospitalizations. And so you're seeing Joe Biden deploying 1,000 troops that are mobilized, ready to roll out if needed in the states where it's needed, ready to roll out also beds, supplies, PPE, everything so that the healthcare system will not be overwhelmed by this latest surge. So really 3 pillars: get vaccinated, get tested, but if things get worse, we will be prepared. That was the message by Joe Biden ahead of this holiday season.
And as in many other countries, Omicron is on track to become the dominant strain in the U.S.
Yes, we're reaching nearly 75% of new cases that are now considered to be Omicron variant cases in the United States. And that's just 3 weeks after the first Omicron case was reported in the country. So we're seeing this really rapidly spreading. And as Joe Biden acknowledged it, rapidly spreading more rapidly than anyone thought, that anyone predicted. Nearly every single state has cases of Omicron. And so health care experts are really worried about what this could mean, because you're already seeing a surge in cases and in hospitalizations in several regions of the United States, even before Omicron really reaches the whole country. You're seeing surges in the Northeast, you're seeing surges in the Midwest. And so public health care experts are really worried that Omicron, on top of this already what we're seeing, this surge, that is what could overwhelm the healthcare system. So they're bracing themselves. Officials are saying we're in for a long, hard winter, but they're also hoping for the best, hoping that the few information we have about how this Omicron variant really works, that maybe indeed it is less lethal. Maybe it will not overwhelm the healthcare system, but they see the situation in the United States as the cold weather comes in over much of the country. Those cases are growing. You're seeing people trying to get tested, not getting their test. The holidays, of course. So the situation really dire here in the United States, but officials are hoping that with all the appropriate response that they can mitigate that surge.
Kedivan Gorjestani, thank you for that update from Washington. Well, the Omicron